Let me return to walking on the beach barefoot. What you say makes total sense. Over and above that, there's another issue that I think might be equally fundamental, and that is you're connecting yourself electrically to the earth. So what is that? Why is that significant? So you're walking barefoot on the sand near the water, or there's some moisture. Conductivity is high, and what I learned only maybe a dozen years ago is that the earth is not neutral, it's negatively charged. Of course, you know that, but I didn't know that. I was actually shocked, so to speak, because I started my career studying electrical engineering. And no professor ever told me that when you stick the plug into the receptacle, that third prong, the round one, is connecting to anything other than zero electrical potential. But my Russian friend who was working in my laboratory started talking to me about the Earth's electric field. And I said, Andre, you're talking about magnetic field. I never heard of electric field. Electric field of the Earth. He said, well, of course, don't you know that the Earth is negatively charged and the ionosphere is positively charged? And it's like a capacitor. We have plus here and minus, and you get an electric field between the two, and the Earth is negatively charged. He said, in Russia, there must be something really weird about your educational system here, because in Russia, every middle school student knows that the Earth is negatively charged. So I had to admit that maybe our educational system was not the best. But I went home scratching my head. And then next morning, one of my students comes with the famous series of lectures, a 3-volume set by the great physicist Richard Feynman, which is consumed by probably almost every graduate student in physics, because it's got humor, it's clear, et cetera, et cetera. So he opened it to volume 2, chapter 9, and there in volume 2, chapter 9, was evidence that the Earth is negatively charged. So, the evidence is clear. It's just that we don't learn about it. So what am I getting to? When you connect yourself electrically to the Earth is negatively charged. If you're missing some of this, shall we say, negatively charged, easy fourth phase water, the electrons are able to flow from the Earth then into your body, into specifically those regions of the body which are not as negatively charged as they should be. So the electrons come pouring in, and in the lab, we found that electrons build easy water. You have a container of water, and you stick 2 electrodes in, and if you look what happens next to the negative electrode, you can see easy water building next when you pass electrons in. So negative charge builds easy water, which has negative charge. So it doesn't make sense. And so I would argue that another possibility, you're walking on the beach scenario, if you're connecting electrically to the Earth, which you can do by walking barefoot on the sand, especially near the water, or you could stick yourself in a mud bath, or even jump into the ocean. You feel good afterward. And I think one candidate to explain why you feel good is what I suggested, that the electrons from the Earth go into your body and build easy water.